Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how I make one of my favorite Ayurvedic hair growth oils. The first thing you'll need is your carrier oils. I personally like to use penetrating oils for this instead of sealing oils because I'm applying and utilizing this hair growth oil mainly for my scalp and to nourish my hair strands. So the first oil, carrier oil, that I like to use is olive oil. It has moisturizing benefits. It makes your hair feel softer because it contains several emollients. It also strengthens the hair strands. It is a monosaturated oil, which basically studies have shown that it helps absorb better. Well, monosaturated oils, they absorb better into your scalp, and it helps smooth the hair's cuticles. It reduces frizziness, and it moisturizes the follicles on your scalp and reduces dandruff. The next oil that I'll be using in this particular hair growth oil is sesame oil, sesame seed oil. This oil is very popular in Ayurvedic hair care for hair growth. It is rich in omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. Other nutrients are also found in sesame oil, which is vitamin B1, calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc, just to name a few. Next up is coconut oil. Coconut oil is not one of my favorite oils, but I do like to use it when I'm combining a bunch of oils. It is great for stimulating hair growth by getting deep into hair follicles. It adds luster, shine, and softness to hair. It's really great at preventing protein loss in hair, which is super important for hair growth. So it has vitamins, fatty acids that pretty much help nourish the scalp and penetrate the cuticle of the hair. And it's really rich in antioxidants and antifungal properties. So the next oils I'll be going over is essential oils, which are really important and kind of help add an extra boost to the overall effectiveness of the hair growth oil. The first oil is tea tree oil. It's one of my favorites. Not only does it improve blood flow, but it also allows nutrients to reach hair follicles. It also balances the pH level of the scalp, and it helps prevent buildup in chemicals and dead skin, which reduces flaking and excess oil production. The next oil, essential oil, is rosemary. Rosemary oil actually really helps stimulate the roots. It improves hair growth and increases circulation in the scalp. Studies have actually shown that it's just as effective as minoxidil, if I'm saying that correct, which is pretty much a common ingredient found in commercial hair loss products. And last is peppermint. I love the way peppermint oil feels on my scalp. You can actually feel it increase the circulation, which increases the blood flow to the scalp, and pretty much helps encourage hair growth. So it ensures oxygen and nutrients are actually being delivered to your hair follicles. So moving on, now we will be going over the Ayurvedic powders and herbs that we'll be using. So the first powder or herb I'll be discussing is Amla. Oh my God. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry, has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. It has anti-inflammatory effects. It conditions your scalp. It promotes healthy hair growth. It boosts the volume of your hair. It reduces dandruff. And it also has a high concentration of vitamin E, which really supports healthy circulation. It's rich in vitamin C, iron, and calcium, just to name a few. Next up is Brahmi. Brahmi is really known for its regenerative properties. What Brahmi does is it helps strengthen scalp tissue and encourage healthy hair growth. So overall, it supports the scalp circulation, which results in nourished hair follicles. Well, in nourishing your hair follicles, and it can also help reduce hair loss. The next herb that I will be discussing is Neem. Neem powder. Neem powder is actually known in Ayurveda to have antiseptic properties. It helps ward off dandruff. It cleanses the scalp, so it keeps your scalp really clean, which is ideal for hair growth. It also conditions your hair, and it also strengthens your hair follicles. So I hope I'm saying this herb right, but I believe it's Bhringaraj. So Bhringaraj powder has anti-inflammatory and healing properties. It actually stimulates hair growth, which relieves scalp infections. It helps reduces dandruff. It's also said to help increase the size as well as density of hair follicles. It's actually at the top of the list of most effective herbs for hair care in the Ayurvedic system. Next up is aloe vera. Aloe vera adds moisture to any of your Ayurvedic DIYs. What aloe vera does is it actually nourishes new growth and conditions your hair. It stimulates hair growth and it soothes irritated scalps. It's an anti-inflammatory due to the abundance of substances found within the plant, like vitamins A, C, E, minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and zinc. And it also has a bunch of numerous enzymes and fatty acids. Overall, I pretty much put aloe vera in all of my DIYs because it just adds a very extra layer of moisture and really gives your DIYs a really good boost. The next powder is fenugreek. Fenugreek's actually been proven to have antifungal and antibacterial properties. It's high in fatty acids. It's known to strengthen hair due to a specific emollient. It reduces hair loss because of the protein in it. And it also has vitamins A, B, and C, which help promote hair growth, as well as amino acids that helps maintain the keratin in your hair. It's also really good as a standalone as a protein treatment. So you can literally mix this up with some water, make a paste, and apply it to your hair to really give it some strength. The next powder that I'll be adding is rosemary powder. I won't spend too much time discussing rosemary again because I already kind of explained what rosemary does. Nonetheless, it really just prevents hair follicles from being starved of blood supply. You want your hair follicles to have blood flowing to it because that helps support hair growth. So overall, rosemary improves thickness of hair and it helps with the growth. The last powder I'll be using is MSM. It is sulfur rich, and I don't know if you guys know, but sulfur is really important for your hair strands. So research has actually shown that MSM sulfur can form bonds that are essential to strengthening your hair. So not only is it good to be applied topically, but you can also take MSM internally. Now that I've shared all of the benefits of the ingredients that I'll be using in my hair growth oil, let's get to actually making it. So first, it's 1 tablespoon of Amla powder. Then it's 1 tablespoon of Brahmi powder. It's 1 tablespoon of Neem powder. Then it's 1 tablespoon of Bhringaraj powder. Then 1 tablespoon of aloe vera powder. Then, because fenugreek has so much nutrients and it's really good with protein for your hair, I like to add 3 tablespoons of fenugreek powder. I then add only 1 tablespoon of rosemary powder. And then I go in and add literally not even 1/4 of a tablespoon but just a very small pinch of MSM powder. After I finish adding all of the dry ingredients together, I then go ahead and mix the powders. You really want to blend all the powders together before you start adding the oil to it. I'm all about reducing, reusing, recycling, so I have an old olive jar that I'll be using to blend all of my ingredients together. So I do like to use a funnel, so I go ahead and pour the powders through the funnel into my glass jar. After I empty out all of the powders into my jar, I then go ahead and get my measuring cup. So I go ahead and put in actually a half a cup of olive oil. Then I proceed and do a quarter of a cup of sesame oil. And then last but not least, I like to go in with about 3 to 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Again, coconut oil is not my favorite, but it really packs a lot of nutrients. So once I complete adding all of the ingredients together, I then go ahead and put the top on and I give it a really good shake. So now I'm just going in, mixing it up, making sure I'm getting the little bit of dry ingredients that didn't get blended yet with the plastic knife, and then I go ahead and give it a shake, and that's all, guys. It's really simple, to be honest. So after the oil's done, I let it sit for 1 or 2 weeks. For the purposes of this video, I'm just kind of vaguely showing you what I will do after the 1 or 2 weeks is up. I get a cheesecloth, or you can get a pantyhose or a knee high. You put it over a container, and then you take your oil and you pour it over the cheesecloth. You then remove the cheesecloth with all of the powders in it and take your filtered oil and pour it back into the jar. I typically will go ahead and strain it twice before pouring it back into my jar. After I pour it back into my jar, that's when I actually add my essential oils, and then I go ahead and add the oil to an applicator bottle, because for me, putting in an applicator bottle is easier to get to my scalp. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.